Hi everyone, welcome to our trading vlog today. It's definitely the most fun I've had doing one of these so far. Stay with it till the end. It is long, but it's really worth your while. If you're just interested in the price analysis, we'll put a timestamp down below for that. Joining us today, we've got Dede from the Bitcoin family, absolutely my favorite person in the space, a great friend. He's out there promoting Bitcoin and blockchain on the daily. We've got Venzen, who you probably know by now. Absolutely one of the best traders in the space. And joining us again is Lisa Edwards, also an Elliott Wave proponent along with Venzen, and definitely somebody that I listen to. And a huge shout out to our sponsor, NDJ. They're behind the show we're putting together called The Real Cryptos. Subscribe to the channel, check that out. The first episode will be with you next week. Thanks once again, NDJ. Check it out, guys.
So yeah, we're in Melbourne, Bangkok, and where are you, Dede?
I'm in Alicante, Spain at the moment.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, really beautiful. It's good weather, and yeah, it's what more can you want?
Awesome. So we've got Venzen joining us shortly. Sounds like he's having a little bit of drama, but he'll pop in shortly. So maybe I mean I've put together a bit of a montage on who everyone is that is pre-recorded to add to this, but obviously Dede and Lisa, you guys have never met, so I'll let you say hello to each other.
Hi Dede, nice to meet you.
Hi Lisa, nice to meet you as well. I heard a lot of things about you, of course, very positive things from Sean.
You gotta say that. I've watched all the videos of Sean, so I've kind of got an idea of, you know,
what I do.
Yeah, what you do. So that's cool.
Really cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Dede does a lot, and it's actually one of the discussion topics for today is adoption. And I you know, obviously I'm trying to do my bit with the content we're creating here. Here he is.
Yeah.
Venzen.
Venzen.
Always excited to see how his internet connection is.
You survived.
Hi Venzen.
Hey Dede.
How are you, my friend? Somebody come.
I'm fine. Can you hear me, by the way?
I can hear you very clearly.
Okay, and you can see me. Guys, sorry, I don't have good... I'm gonna just give me a minute. I want to elevate this.
No problem.
So what kind of
a really stupid question here, guys? But just the view that the audience is going to be seeing. Are they going to see all four boxes here right now, or are they just seeing whoever's talking?
It depends on where you got screen share, so it'll flash between.
Because it says speaker view at the moment. When I click gallery view.
Guys, I'm just elevating my screen so that I've got scenery behind me.
You've got a big washed out background, Venzen, is what you've got. But
I know, sorry, I don't have my good equipment with me because of said drama.
We've got your sultry tones. Everyone knows you look like Sean Connery already.
Yeah, I'm using laptop video and sound. Is the sound okay, by the way? I'm just sorry. Here goes this.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Thank you, babe.
So yeah, 4 locations. No one's internet's fallen over yet, so I think we're good to go. Obviously, we're going to be talking a bit of price today. Thank you once again for joining us, Lisa.
It's okay. Thank you for having me.
Oh, a pleasure. And Dede, we've actually recorded quite a few of these, but we always seem to have hiccups with our sound or internet. So today, so far, so good.
So far, so good, man. Hopefully, it will stay good. Hopefully, the Spanish internet will be a ride for this beautiful podcast. Oh, yeah, YouTube show. Whatever are we doing?
You got the
what are we doing?
In the background there, I see.
You want to see it, Sean? Yeah. Look. Boop.
Awesome.
Beautiful, isn't it?
It is indeed. So how's the latest world tour going? Tell us a bit about the adventure so far.
It's been amazing. It's been stressful at the beginning because we were like, man, when are sponsors going to show up? When is this beautiful Bitcoin community going to help the Bitcoin people that really are walking?
They're all hodlers.
And talking the talk.
Getting a sponsor in the Bitcoin space is near on impossible, and I'm glad to see the MDJ boys have got behind you. You really are pretty much, in my opinion, the person that is out there promoting Bitcoin and blockchain more than anyone else, really, that I can think of. So hats off to you again on that one, and hats off to the guys at NDJ for throwing their support behind you.
Just doing my best, Sean. Just doing my best.
What's been the highlight? Give us a couple of highlights of the.
Man, too many highlights. Too many highlights. I was in Turkey. I was in Ankara, and just walking in the capital of Turkey across the street, seeing this billboard, massive billboard, with huge the dollar, the euro, and the Bitcoin sign next to each other. The rates. Yeah. In Turkey, the country where Bitcoin should be illegal, these things that are exploding your mind if you walk over there, and then you walk into this bazaar, 200 years old bazaar, and there is one shop in this bazaar accepting Bitcoin payments.
I hope they were selling something you needed then.
No, that was the only problem, man. That was the only problem. That was shit. They didn't sell the real shit. It was terrible shit. But they accepted Bitcoin, so I bought it. All these, I was in Slovenia, Bitcoin city. It will blow your mind. I think, Sean, if I would live there, I could live fully 100% of Bitcoin. Groceries, clothing, housing, accessories, jewelry for the kids, makeup for the kids, audio, everything. All needs fully, directly payable with your Bitcoin wallet at more than 400 stores.
Wow.
People, I again get goosebumps because it's just unbelievable. There are cities, and then we are talking about Slovenia, Ljubljana. If these countries can do this, man, then
how are they accepting it? How are they accepting it? Through an app or a Flexer app or something like that, or
both ways. You can use this this app. It's called Alipay. The company behind it is Eligma. They are doing it, but you can also just use the Bitcoin.com wallet app. You can multiple apps. It's just a QR code, and the transaction, it's not slow, man. It's like if I take my telephone like this, and I want to scan the product, paid. Directly paid.
Which Bitcoin? Which Bitcoin was it, or is it multiple versions of Bitcoin? Or
what a stupid question! I only have this Bitcoin. Sean, half forkers.
Hey man, I support all the Bitcoin. All communities hating me.
No, it was the
Dede,
normal.
You know what? Sean is confused. He's supporting all the forks. He thinks there's merit there, and him and I argue about it a little bit every week. And I think I'm about to throw him the curveball, but not in this show.
No. Let's do it next time.
Oh, okay, Venzen.
I'm
an equal opportunity troller, so I get trolled by all the communities. It's fantastic.
Bitcoin doesn't need political correctness.
It's unbelievable. I'm serious. I have trolls from every community. Wow.
But that's
why pick one when they can all hate you?
Yeah, I agree. I have trolls from all the communities as well. So yeah.
But don't you love them? It's so beautiful to have trolls.
I love the trolls. They're the most fun. It's like you can give this smart comments back to them. Yeah. I was talking to Venzen last night about it. It's
yeah, Lisa, that was funny, eh? The trolls are like the village people, and they bring life to the party. It's great. I want them. I need them.
I love the trolls. It's like they're the best. It's I'm going to get hundreds of them now, but
I've already got enough. I don't want any more. Okay, I'm not encouraging more. But actually, on that note, man, I saw a few weeks back that somebody's freaking scamming your profile, which is very different to being a troll. This is just highly illegal, shitty behavior. What's going on there? And have the authorities caught this guy, or do we need to get some ultra hackers tracking them down and fucking this shit up?
The problem is that's really becoming a problem now because the last month I had to delete 7 other copying Instagram accounts that were really copying me, and really 7 Instagram accounts that were about 4 YouTube accounts.
Oh wow!
Facebook accounts, and then I don't want to start about the Telegram accounts, and they are all luring people into doing investments. You know, every step you take in life has its pros and its cons. You know, I accepted a sponsor, and one of the sponsors I accepted is this NDG investment group, which is a miner, a maximalist Bitcoin miner. I'm so lucky to get a Bitcoin mining, personality behind our tour. But what comes with this is that those people, those scammers, they see that you're connected to an investment company. So what they do is they make fake profiles with your pictures, even with my died father's picture on it and everything. Oh, I'm Didi from the NDJ investment group. You need to invest 3K and I will double up in a week. People did this. People did this.
Wow.
Yeah, people did this. Yeah. So then you get those consequences, and you can try to block them, and I make notion of those accounts, but I think they need to be a little bit more quick with deleting those accounts and blocking those accounts. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Telegram, all of those, but they don't. Yeah. Not yet. That's terrible. It's terrible.
The other thing is, it's like, I don't know if you guys get those emails that say they've been watching you, and it's like, you've got to pay Bitcoin now. Yeah. And it's like, I love those. So one wallet, I checked one of the wallets the other day and it had so much money in it. So people are like literally paying money to these wallets. It's like, oh my God, they're probably watching porn. I've got to pay.
I love the one that they tell you, oh man, I saw you jerking on this porn video, and I'm going to make it public.
Yeah, you need to work on your technique, Dede.
I always react with this kind of video. Yeah, man, put it live now. Put it, please, put it. Spit some Bitcoins here. No, man, it's laughable. But people do fall for this, man. Those Bitcoin addresses are receiving Bitcoins.
It was full of Bitcoins. I don't know if they were, from people, or they just keep it full to make it look like people are paying. I don't know, but it's like it was full of Bitcoins.
Yeah. It's funny. So
Sean was paying. It's like he's lost it.
Oh, I haven't lost it. Okay, guys. So
now he's thinking about last night
and masturbation a bit later. So Dede, the man, going all in. I think we'll maybe it's time for us to sit back and let Lisa and Venzen talk a bit of price action for us, and then if you've got any questions,
I will spit one.
We go into that maybe now.
But there's one more thing I want to talk about. Are we already live or whatever?
We're live. Go for it. We're live.
Okay, live. Sean, because there is one more sponsor. Yeah, it sounds very commercial. And I accepted this sponsorship because those guys, they are doing I cannot say fucking great job. Yeah, a fucking great job.
You just did.
in mass adoption. You know why, Sean?
Yeah.
The sponsor is called Light.im. These guys, they make it possible. You can buy, send, receive, exchange Bitcoin with Facebook Messenger, Telegram, and soon another one. I cannot say the name yet. I can now send my Bitcoins through Facebook Messenger and Telegram. I can buy up to 5K Bitcoins without KYC through Facebook Messenger and Telegram because of these guys, and it's non-custodial.
I don't believe it. I'm going to give them my Telegram, my Facebook, and my Twitter, and they need to send me some to prove this.
Sean, I will prove it. I will prove it because I will send you my link, and you have all, you own your private keys, everything,
right?
Everything. It's like they are growing accounts millions by day in Asia at the moment. Indonesia is their biggest target.
Right.
What was the Light.im.
Guys, can I ask a question? Yeah, I'm just hold on a minute.
You're going to need a fiddle with your microphone there, I think, Venzen. We're going to crackle from you.
Is the crackle gone? Is that better?
Which one do you think's better, guys? That one?
I think the second one, without the microphone.
Yeah.
Okay. That means I've got to listen real carefully because I've also got Karaoke Lake out here on the Pacific Ocean. There's like 10 houses all doing karaoke at the same time, and it's just going to get stronger and stronger. But I can hear you all.
That's why you were
So,
late. You were singing karaoke, weren't you?
I'm in Songkla. I'm in an island called Koyo, which is on a sort of a lagoon, an estuary, and it's a karaoke party, man. And it's weekend. I don't know why Thai people love it so much, but they do it at top volume. Can I ask a question about Light.im, Didi? You said that 5K without KYC. That's really good. That's what we want, because you want to do that. You don't want this stuff to be KYC because it's Bitcoin, right? It's a cypherpunk. It's a cypherpunk currency. It's not for government. It's for us. So. My problem there is not my problem. I don't mean to challenge you. I'm just going to ask the question for clarification. Facebook already KYCs you, as does Telegram, because Telegram wants your phone number and your SIM card. Now, I don't know about the rest of you, but in Thailand, you've got to submit biometric details that ties you to your SIM card. So when somebody knows your phone number, they know you. They know who you are, where you are, what you look like, and your geolocation, right? Light.im, it seems there's a disparity. They don't want KYC, but they already got KYC because of the channel you're using to do the transaction.
No, but wait, Venzen, I'm not saying they don't want KYC. I say it's possible to not buy without KYC. This is a legit company.
I get you. It's different. Okay, you're saying you've got to do your own OPSEC, right? You've got to do your own operational security wherever your Telegram account is from. Okay. Gotcha.
Exactly, because you're working directly on Facebook Messenger or Light.im or Telegram, for example. So it's just beautiful how they give the option to buy Bitcoins without this KYC option, and it's not their goal. It's not their main goal. Their main goal is adoptants. They want everybody to be able to use Bitcoin. And for me, believe you, especially you have been living this crypto life for a long time, me as well. And the thing we are missing now is that most people in crypto community or that want to access crypto community have to take a hurdle that is too big. They just don't get it. How to open a wallet, how to buy Bitcoins, so if you make it able to use current technology like Facebook and Telegram to involve people into cryptocurrency because of using apps they have already been using and they understand, it's going to explode. It's going to be huge.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying that if there can just be a sort of a snowball effect, that if people can use these existing technologies and channels, and platforms like Facebook and Messenger and Telegram, that it can create a snowball effect just because of the sheer momentum of people onboarding. I get what you're saying. I'm just saying that the average guy, if he doesn't know how to set up a VPN and a Tor and get his Bitcoins as if he's living in Romania or Afghanistan, he's not going to have the wherewithal to have a fake Facebook account because that's difficult as well. So there is KYC built in already in a way, but if you're saying that if the floodgates open, then it doesn't matter that everyone's KYC because it's such mass adoption. I understand.
It's not their main goal. For me, I accepted this because, in this sharing and caring tour we are doing, I'm trying to educate those people that really need to be educated. Not the people attending the conferences and pay 600 euros for a ticket and ask the most difficult Q&As because they are already educated. We need to educate those people that need to be included in this new monetary system. So for me now, to educate my nephew on the Maluku Island is terrible. And now, because of Light.im, I just send them my referral link. They walk through 3 steps. They are the proud owner of a Bitcoin wallet in 3 minutes time, and they can start sharing their affiliate link again with their friends and family and even earn Bitcoins.
Right.
It simplifies the use of Bitcoin for those people that are way behind of us, are on our knowledge on crypto. And this is what I think we need at the moment. Because, you know, and the second thing I need, Venzen, and that's why I'm saying this now as well, we have been focusing, all blockchain and crypto community, we have been focusing on the wrong people, the wrong age. I lived this crypto life in the family. And what I discovered is this. When I was born, my father opened a bank account because the bank sent him a letter, please start saving for your son's future. And then when I turned 12 years old, this bank sent me a letter, hey, you can get this plastic card and you can start to spend and buy your first chewing gum and your first Nikes everywhere in the store. And this is how they caught me at young age and how I became a bank person. Now, we with blockchain and Bitcoin, we are focusing on old people between 25 and 50, while we should be focusing on my kids. We should be giving them a Bitcoin wallet when they are born and start saving over there. And when they are 12, we should make it simple for them to use Bitcoin everywhere on the world. And if they, 5 years later, turn 19 years old, my daughter, she doesn't know anything else than Bitcoin. She will be a Bitcoin supporting, you know, person. 2.7 billion people worldwide don't have access to bank accounts. Please let them don't have access to bank accounts, and please give them access to this new monetary system, and then they will grow up to be, you know, attached to this kind of, let's say, banking system, the new kind of money. So I think really we need to focus. And then I think if you use Telegram and Facebook, where the youth all hangs around, that's how you catch those kids at that age and get them into this beautiful evolution of technology and very beautiful creators.
I just interrupt you there. It's like there's so much like evolution happening in like the community in like BSV as well. And you know, there's apps like, so in Denmark and Europe, you've got apps like mobile pay where you've just got your phone and you just, you know, go up and you scan your phone. So with BSV, you just need to know somebody's name and you just send them BSV by their name. So, you know, that's such an innovation in cash. So you've got, you know, that there, and you just, you know, I know your name's Dede, and I just send you like money, like to your name. So yeah, and that's all these kids need to know is somebody's name to send them money in the future.
Yeah, and that's the same for Light.im. You can send by telephone number, you can send by email address, you can send by name. So they are, you know, all crypto forms are building at the moment to reach mass adoption. And if it's BSV or it's Bitcoin Cash or it's Bitcoin or it's Litecoin, they are doing all their best, you know. And I don't like to call them shitcoin here, shitcoin there, because they are all working with one.
They're all doing amazing things.
Yeah, totally exactly. I totally agree, and that's mass adoption. And I just respect them all for what they are doing, because, you know, the company I was referring to about Bitcoin City in Ljubljana, this one is like one of the biggest investors is Roger Ver and Bitcoin Cash, you know. So yeah, a lot of people see him as something negative, but on the other hand, I can see that he makes it possible.
Amazing. And that's the thing. It's like you see all these people and you see all these negative tweets and all these negative trolls on Twitter, and these people are changing the world. Like Roger is changing the world, and it's like, so many people are changing the world for the better because they believe in Bitcoin and they believe in, you know, all of these cryptocurrencies, and, you know, this is the way of the future.
I think it is, and I think we are all lucky to live in these lives. And I had beautiful shits about life with Venzen and the future. So I don't worry too much anymore about the future, because that doesn't give a fuck. I just want to live every day, and I want to drink my coffee and have a chat with somebody just beautiful as Venzen, somebody beautiful as Lisa and Sean. And this is what life is about. And we share this message, and what more do we want? You know, we could be living in times of war. I'm just happy to be online with you guys. And now I'm happy to see the next view on your prices, because that's the thing that I don't put too much time on at the moment. I do trade Venzen still with your system, and, you know, I'm making profit. First time in my life I'm
you
making
learn,
profit with trading.
No, it's difficult. You're saying you're taking profit. There are times when I don't take profit because it's difficult. Lisa is going to show you something, I'm sure, in this show. It's difficult to take profit sometimes because you're waiting for the rally to continue or for the sell-off to continue in your direction, and then it reverses, and it reverses really quickly. These days, I'm talking about the last 3 months. So
Yeah.
you're forced to trade subwaves, but at some point it's going to stop doing subwaves and it's going to do a prolonged move. And we're all living for that prolonged move, because everyone is tweeting and trading view, publishing and doing YouTube analysis right now. This is the bottom, or it's going to go lower. And then you're like, okay, well, I'm going to wait for that. And even my own analysis, I'm like, get in the trade and let it work for you. But actually, it's been a time the last 3 months of just hit and run. There's a small trade, grab it and get out. And I've not been doing that, so I'm just like, it's one break-even trade after the others, even some losing trades. And you're like, oh, this is demoralizing. Yeah. This is tedious. This market is tedious. And, even as we're talking with each other, there's nothing that we can say to each other to say, this is the positive news, or this is so negative. Everything is in the meantime. It's like there's no direction, and the price chart's been doing that for 3 months. I'm very interested in what Lisa is going to screen because we've got to compare what we said a few weeks ago to what is now. Lisa, I'm not ready to screen share. Are you? Which one of us shall you shoot via the first shot?
You go first, and I'll screen share after.
So Lisa,
okay, give me a minute. I've got to get ready for a screen share. Can I show you all an Ethereum chart? It's quite interesting. Just give me a minute. I'm changing time frames, and my chart is a little bit confusing. There's some things I'm going to remove so that it's a little bit easier to read, and I'm going to do the screen share. Give me a minute.
Can I ask you one question in this minute?
Yeah.
So I've been seeing these videos now about the nearing dead cross. Maybe you can educate me a little bit about if we are nearing this dead cross or not.
Yeah.
I'm an MA guy. I can tell you about that. Lisa, have you got MAs on your chart?
Yeah. Are you after Bitcoin, or are you after?
He's the Bitcoin family. I think it's
Bitcoin. Okay, guys, I'm ready to screen share. So I'm going to quickly give you the Ethereum chart. Can everybody see that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. It's really interesting because I'm just going to start this off with a qualification because people are going to say, well, we're talking about Bitcoin, so why are we looking at Ethereum, right? I'm going to quickly qualify it for you why I'm looking at Ethereum. Because when you trade with leverage, right, you can trade Bitcoin to the upside. What happens when you trade margin funds in the Bitcoin chart or the Ethereum chart or whatever, and I'm speaking about BitMEX platform, you are forced to use Bitcoin margin funds denominated in Bitcoin, and you buy contracts in the other instruments. So you're buying contracts in BTC US dollar, or you're buying contracts in Ethereum US dollar. Now, a strange consequence, well, it's not really strange, it's just pure math, but if you buy Bitcoin contracts with Bitcoin, the higher the Bitcoin price goes, the less each contract is worth, right? So you end up with a sort of trade with diminishing returns. If you buy 1,000 Bitcoin, 1,000 BTC USD contracts at 10,000 and price goes to 12,000, you're going to make X amount of profit. The higher it goes, the less and less your profit, because those contracts, those 1,000 contracts yield less and less profit against an appreciating Bitcoin price, right? But if you trade Ethereum to the upside, then you're getting every dollar that Ethereum advances, you're getting the same Bitcoin returns on it, because you're not trading the Bitcoin chart, you're trading the Ethereum chart and being paid in Bitcoin. As Ethereum goes up, Bitcoin tends to go up. So your Bitcoins are becoming worth more and more. So I tend to trade Ethereum to the upside, and I tend to short Bitcoin. not because of resident evil in my soul, because I'm a short trader and we're up to no good. It's just pure maths. It's just for profitability's sake. When Bitcoin goes up, Ethereum tends to go up at the same time. So in sharing this Ethereum chart, I'm just showing you the decisions I'm making. We've got an Ethereum top back in at the end of June, just like Bitcoin, and then there is a massive decline, right? Yeah. And I've got this trend line drawn between that high and this high where my cursor is hovering. You can see that Ethereum has been approaching this upper trend line, I call it, and it's not yet reached it. It'll probably make a little spike up and touch it and then turn back down. However, if we look at the Bitcoin chart, there is also an overhead trend line, but look how far Bitcoin is below it. You see, there's the upper trend line defining the touch points of Bitcoin coming down. And Lisa and I did a video with Sean a few weeks ago discussing this scenario. We touched the bottom trend line, which was perfect and beautiful. Lisa called that one. And here we're going up, right? But Bitcoin is struggling, whereas Ethereum did the whole journey. So I got everything from Ethereum that it was going to yield, right? Yeah. With this scenario in mind, I think that talking about price and where it's going, that we remain in a consolidation, that we remain in a meantime. There's not yet any trend direction, technically speaking, from my point of view. And the very things that Lisa and I discussed 3 weeks ago, in other words, that will remain inside of this channel, the channel being green at the top and green at the bottom, this is what is constraining price. When it will end, we don't know. When it does end, Lisa is saying we'll be at 50,000 next year, and I'm saying I think we're going to be at 5,000. Right.
So difference.
I just put the fox in house. Right?
I'm going up, he's going down.
Oh.
What do you think, Dede? What are you hoping for? Because we're both saying opposite things. Elisa's saying higher, I'm saying lower. Both of our viewpoints can be substantiated technically. What is it that you're hoping for?
What I'm hoping for?
Yes.
I'm hoping that we really reach mass adoption in the next couple of few years, and I hope that Bitcoin, that we as a community will, win this battle with this monetary system I don't agree with at the moment. And if you ask me about the price, I would be stupid to say that I'm hoping it to go down. But I hope that if we go up, we will go up in a healthy way. And I hope that the education we all have been giving to people the last few years, that if we go down to 5K, that then they are there to be able to buy it with their mindset, because people are always afraid. Because if it will go to 5K, no, maybe it goes to 1K, then it explodes again. So I hope it will go to 5K, some poor people can buy, and then it goes up a little bit, and so that those people are getting materialism out of it. For me, Bitcoin is not about materialism or money anymore. For me, it's really about changing this world. And I just follow your thing, Venzen. You educated me in one thing, and I never forgot this. It's really easy. I don't expect anything to go up or to go down. If it goes down, I will start to short it. If it goes up and I get a confirmation that it goes up higher, I will start to long it. So
that's trading. Yeah,
that's how I see the market financially now. But I have some teeters and packs set apart. So maybe when it goes down, I can buy it a little bit more.
Yeah. So you're hoping for the downside so that you can buy some more as well?
Yeah, of course. For me, it's positive to buy Bitcoin at a lower point but I have a total different view. I'm not buying it to become filthy rich. I'm buying it because if I buy it low and it goes up, I can share more with the people that really need it, and that's what we've been doing. All the profit we have been making, Vincent, all the profit I've been making because of your trading system, and maybe it's just 16% at the moment I made about, I started to trade with 1 Bitcoin through your system. I already made 16%. Of those 16%, I've been giving away 8% to poor people. This is my goal. I get happy of giving. I'm not getting happy of accumulating wealth anymore. It's not my thing anymore. But that's why I hope it goes down. I can buy. I can surf the wave up again and share a little bit more.
That's thinking. It cannot just go up and up and up, because if it goes up and up and up, that's like breathing in without breathing out. There's got to be a sympathetic in and out, and growth and expansion. Expansion and contraction. And the only known thing in the universe that keeps expanding, right, is a cancer. Is something that just grows and grows and grows and never retraces and goes through a sort of a stasis period where it's quiet, preparing for the next phase of growth. That's what kind of driving me. Sean, what are you hoping for? Market up, market down.
Look, obviously, I'd love to acquire some Bitcoin at a lower price. That's just me being selfish, but yeah, that is my situation. I've reinvested a lot of what I made in crypto back into starting a media brand, and believe me, that's not cheap. Creating content, as I'm sure you all know. So ridiculously, I found myself in a position of not actually holding a hell of a lot of the stuff. So of course, I would love an opportunity to pretty much any disposable income I have is invested in crypto. So of course, I'd love to see some lower prices to pick up some more. I certainly don't sell any. What I do have, I sit on. So yeah, to answer your question, a lower price for me personally would be great. If it keeps going up, and I think the lot of you keep going up, then of course I would be buying more at higher prices. But yeah, in short, a dip or two is not the worst thing for me.
It would be really interesting to see like a study as to, hodlers versus people who dollar cost average versus traders, actually who makes the most Bitcoin when they're doing that. So, there's the DCAs, the dollar cost averages that are coming in and just buying at all levels, actually do really well. So, in comparison, I think the hodlers, if they're buying high, it's quite dangerous. I think you've got to know where to buy if you're going to hodl. But, in your trading, so many people lose so much money in trading that it's insane, and they shouldn't be trading. So, if you've got a tried and tested system that you know how to trade, then fine. But you've got all these people coming in on Twitter and everywhere, and they're just losing so much money trading. So, especially to BitMEX, and it's they go in there and it's like a casino, and it's just pure gambling. So, if those people, they need to get on the test net and have a serious learning curve as to how it works. But, it would be interesting just to follow, those sort of three scenarios over a 3-month period and see who does the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what, Lisa, I've actually got, maybe Sean will put it in the description below.
Yeah.
I've got stats that I've been keeping for the last 4 years, and it's the same system. So there is a known signaling system that is giving people, that is giving both hodlers and leverage traders the same signal. The money management is different a little bit between them, but it's all documented on my website. If people go to the trade metrics on my website, we can link it below. The leverage trading is more profitable with using the same system in terms of just having moving average signals.
Yeah.
The leverage comes out at just 20 times leverage. It comes out more profitable than the hodling, but the hodling is never lost in a single year. It's just that leverage is more, the money management system of leverage is lose 5%, lose 5%, lose 5% on each try, on each signal. But when you win, increase position size from 5% to 10%, 20%. And then, you know, so the leverage tends to win out in between dollar cost averaging and
Venzen, sorry guys. Venzen, sorry about that, buddy.
What was that all about? Zoom is demanding to pay them money.
Struggling crypto brand. If you want to help us out, there's a wallet below.
No, we were just saying, Venzen.
I know how to trade, but I don't have any coins to trade. This is ridiculous. I'm an expert.
Yeah.
All right. So, Lisa, do you want to jump in with some chart action for us?
I want to hear what Lisa said. That's why I'm here. And Didi.
I've got my
thanks, Venzen.
Colourful.
Wow. And John.
As everyone on Twitter likes to say, I've got my crayons out and I've got my.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Colourful.
So we've got a Bitcoin moon here.
Bitcoin moon on the 14th, eh? Full moon 14th.
That's it. So
and we have the Rastafari colors.
We're in this fourth. So as we know, I do EW, Elliott Wave. And so I'm kind of thinking we are in this fourth subwave here of this D wave of Y. So, you know, we've got this extended correction happening that we were talking about last time, a few weeks ago with Venzen. And hit this support, we've bounced off this support, come down. So we've got our ABC happening here for our fourth wave. We should get possibly one more wave up here. We should hit around maybe, what have we got here, 9,000-ish. And then we're going to come back down to about 7,000. So I think, you know, we could even wick down past 7,000, but I kind of think that's our, you know, that's our bottom. We've got this diagonal support, which is a long-term trend line, which has come, you know, right down from the bottom, which we still have not broken yet. So, you know, that's kind of a strong sort of support there. We've got this other support that crosses over. So at this point, when we hit this range, we've got, you know, if we go back through here, we've got horizontal supports as well. So if you're trading, you know, support and resistance, this kind of point here, 3,200 to sort of 3,400 is, you know, it has got some really strong support. So, you know, I don't think we're in an uptrend yet, but, you know, we've got a little bit more to finish this fourth wave, and then we're going to come crashing down. So, you know, we've got this support here, this green support I've got here, or the green resistance now. So, you know, we were talking about that, and it sort of, you know, that sort of cascaded through like a, you know, house of cards came down. And yeah, so that's going to act as a really, really strong resistance. We're almost there. We've got probably one more wave up to that 9,000 mark for that fourth, come down, and we're going to settle around here, around the 7,000 mark. So, you know, if you're shorting and that sort of thing, it's quite a good movement. So it's a $2,000 movement. You know, you have a 10 times, 20 times trade on that. It's a nice trade. So some nice dollars there. So if we go down, I'm going to
timeframes that there, Lisa.
Do I've got a thing that I've been doing in my Discord with the EMAs. So for these small moves, because it's really hard to make money right now in this market. So I'm going to really zoom in on this so that I can show you what we've been doing. So we've got the EMAs on here, and at the point where they're crossing over, which is kind of here, we're putting in a buy order. So, you know, so if we're putting in a buy order here, we chuck on a thing, and until they cross over, so they didn't cross over until about this point here. So, and that's the point that we would have been selling. So we've got a buy here, we've got a sell here, we've got, say we've got a 10 times trade or a 20 times trade, we've got a 3.64% move, and at a 10 times, 20 times margin, that's really good profit. So and it's a pretty foolproof way to trade the lesser waves at the moment. So just by these EMAs when they cross. So essentially, when the 9 and the 21 cross, we go long, and when they cross the other way, we go short. So and it's like these micro moves that you're getting, they're tiny little like moves that we're getting, and they're quite profitable right now. So that's when you've got a sideways market and you've got just no volume, no movement, there's always a trade. And that's kind of what I'm telling people. So if you can make sort of 3% a day, depending on how much capital you're trading. I like to encourage people to make about 300 to 500 a day. So you don't have to be making massive amounts of money to be trading and making some dollars just to live. And $300 to $500 a day is a massive profit. When you look at that, like $500 a year is 182,000, I think. So we worked out. That's a good life. That's a really good life. And that's on the...
Can I ask you what kind of amount of money you need to play with to make those $300 to $500 profit?
$5,000.
Okay.
So, and you're playing with leverage. So I use either Prime or BitMEX. And yeah, I work with the EMAs. So mainly the 9 and the 21. So, and I target mostly... So the 100 to 200 EMA, so and that can pretty much guarantee me a 1%, 2% move, and we can do that in some days. Like this is a 15-minute chart, so these are the micro moves. We're getting like these moves, so you have to watch these trades because they move pretty quickly. So, and you're dropping your stop loss as you go, or you're moving it higher as you go. And, you're locking in the profit as it goes in case the market suddenly turns against you. So majority of the time, as soon as they cross, you put in the order, and, 1% even at 10 times is a good profit for the day. So do that, 3 or 4 times, you're doing really well. So.
Yeah, indeed. And what's really strange, Lisa, is that I just want to tell my subscribers, whoever's watching, Lisa and I have not communicated any of this before. We're not in communication about how we trade, how we make our decisions, how we make our entries, how we manage our stop losses, anything like that. But my subscribers will notice that there's a correlation between what Lisa's doing and what I'm doing. We're counting waves and we're trading on the moving averages. And your analysis there, Lisa, I couldn't do it any different. That's exactly what I'm seeing. That's exactly the trade I took. I happened to take it in Ethereum. But it's really encouraging to see what you're doing. It's great. That's exactly the way I do after years, of refining it.
We'll actually share the Ethereum chart, which is very similar. So, it had the similar channels happening. So I saw on your chart that we've got the similar channels happening right now.
It's the same channel. Yeah. And the ABCDE down. Yeah, got it.
Yeah. So, I just saw your chart and I'm like, oh, that's the same. It's like it was a no-brainer to trade the Ethereum chart, especially like you say on BitMEX, where you're collecting sort of Bitcoin, and when it's trading again with Bitcoin, it's not making the money that the Ethereum, or we've been trading TRX this week as well in my Discord, and TRX is the same sort of theory as Ethereum, where you're collecting the Bitcoin, they're all paired against Bitcoin, and that's kind of what's happening. So it's it's a no-brainer to be doing that. Yeah, you just got to have a system and you back test it, and if it works, you just keep doing that.
Isn't it amazing? Can I ask you, Lisa, please, to call up that Ethereum chart again? Because I just wanted to make a comment, and this might be useful for viewers. Where this downward correction happens in Ethereum and the same correction happened in Bitcoin, ABCDE down.
Yeah, so this
at
one
that
here.
point where price is descending into label E there at the bottom of that B wave, I've actually got it labeled as wave 2, and the details about that doesn't matter. But the interesting thing is when price goes into that label E, you tend to get sell signals. So you're getting a sell signal right at the bottom, and I think you notice because of your Elliott wave experience also, Lisa, that most people become bearish at this point. They say, "Oh, this is going to go down," and even your own sentiment, you're like, "Oh, please, God and Jesus and Mary, turn, because this is going to be Elliott wave perfect," and it does. Yeah. It went slightly below, a slight overshoot of the bottom trend line, closed the candle above, and there we went out of the channel to the top of that white channel you've got, and that was the signal, right? That was the sign.
Yeah. That was definitely the sign. So it's like, if we draw this channel a little bit differently and a bit wider, it actually touches. So, I had it too tight there. So, but at this point of the E, the whole of Twitter, the whole of the community, we're going down, we're going to break a new bottom, and it's like, I don't think so, guys. I think we're going up.
No, because you're counting waves, and you've identified that magenta channel coming descending to point E, and you know that most likely when it hits E at that lower trend line, it's going to reverse, right? So Dede and Sean and viewers, can you see that? Can you see that there's a magenta channel coming down from the left, from label A down to label B, and when price breaks above that channel, that is a sign that the channel is no longer valid, so price wants to do something else, right? Well, we say price wants to do something else. The market wants to do something else. The market's like, "Oh, there was no new low," and then the psychology flips, and they're like, "So we're going up, right? We're going up," and it's all very emotional. It's all of this there's no thought involved. Me and Lisa saw it coming by the trend line, but your average retailer, in other words, 99% of people trading Bitcoin out there, including institutions, get caught up in emotion and make emotional decisions when price goes out of the channel, not because they've got the channel drawn on their chart, but because psychologically they feel an imperative to act. And if you can grasp this, you will understand why speculation, even in a shitcoin like Ethereum, works, and why it's worth trading signals and not what you think the price chart is going to do.
I have a question.
That's what I wanted to say.
I have a quick question. So, okay, $5,000 for maybe a lot of people watching this particular show. I guess that's maybe within reach of a significant percentage of them. So, Lisa, when you're saying somebody could make $300 a day trading with that sort of amount, what would it actually be involved in effort-wise for somebody to do that? Is that literally in front of a screen for
so literally you're sitting there and you can put TradingView with the premium sort of service that allows you to put alerts on. So you will get alerts when the 9 and the 21 cross.
Yeah.
Or you can sit there and you can watch them. So, I'm 90% of the day, because I'm writing and I'm doing charts and I'm running a Discord and, that sort of stuff, I'm sitting in front of a screen. Okay. So, or I've got my phone and it's got alerts. So, as soon as
so people are in your group, you're kicking out alerts to them the whole time as well, I imagine.
On these, I'm kind of, what would you say, teaching them to. So, I'm telling them this is how it works, and so we've got this cross here with the EMAs. So at this point, you could have put a buy-in here. And the EMAs don't cross over. They still, they're only just starting to cross over now. So if you were raising your stops up, raising, then it's a 10% trade on Ethereum compared to Bitcoin. So, Bitcoin, we got a 3% trade. Ethereum, we got a 2% trade. You margin on BitMEX, got a really good trade. And that's purely just by having some indicators in the chart. You don't need to be like a professional trader or anything like that. You just got to read these indicators. When they cross, put a buy or a sell order in, and away you go. So I do that a couple of times a day on some longer time frames, and you've got some really good movements there, and you've got some profits happening. So, and it's almost foolproof way of trading. So, if you want to sort of get an indication on direction, you can go, to your higher time frames and that sort of thing, just to see where the waves are sort of crossing. So, on the lower time frame, we've got a cross here on the 15-minute. So, you could have done several trades. So you could have sold here, gone short a little bit here, and then it sort of moved again, and then you've got that extra trade. And you would have bought at this point on the 15, and you're crossing over at this range here, and you've got a 6% trade on that. So 10 times, 20 times margin, it's really good profit.
Yeah. Dede, let me ask you. Sorry, I was going to throw it over to you anyway, but I was just going to ask you about your trading style. How often you're looking at charts? What you're famous for going all in. So tell us a wee bit about your strategy.
Yeah, when I went all in, I started trading as well, but that wasn't the bullish time, so it looked very easy. I thought I was only making profit. Yeah. So that's very clear. But I gained 15 kilos of weight just because of trading and setting alarms in Chinese and English and US times. So it screwed up my mind completely in the beginning. And I still did trade because of what we are doing now as a family. I don't have the time anymore. But since I met Venzen in Thailand last time, I picked up the trading a little bit again. And sometimes when I'm, watching our group, cryptocurrency, and I see, okay, this signal is nearing, I hope I'm there. The problem is, that's what I wanted to ask about the stream, Lisa, is you see these channels, and when it breaks out of a channel, it forms a new channel.
Yeah.
So you have these channels in 15 minutes charts and 5-minute charts. For people like me,
I don't go lower than a 15-minute. So 5 minutes, okay. You too much 15 noise. Minutes. 15 minutes pretty noisy, but 5 minutes just insane. So 15 minutes normally the lowest chart I'll go to.
So for people like me, is it also possible to look at those channels in a 1 day or a 1 month chart and zoom out and play the game midterm, long term?
Yeah, exactly. So if you want to do a long-term move, it's zoom out, do a weekly or a daily chart and get those channels happening. And then you know where you're doing short and long. So you get that sort of, you can use the EMAs and the MAs, and that's where the death cross is coming in. So if, you've got the death cross coming in, so you're going to short, and you might get it's kind of getting to that point where we're going to have a $2,000 short coming down. So
but I also saw one time, I'm not the best TA, but I just watch a lot of videos. So this death cross we are nearing now.
Yeah.
But I also saw 2013 or 14 this fake out, that we almost thought it would be a death cross, and then man, this bull run started running. So
yeah,
this is the
thing with death crosses. It's they're not guaranteed, and it's everyone talks about them, and it's but if the market sentiment sort of just changes instantly, like you were saying,
man, it's gone.
And it's gone. And it's you're stuck in a short.
It's so to get back to your question, Sean, what I did now is, because I really don't have all the time, but I just trade Venzen style at the moment because I followed his course. I was very lucky to have a private course in Thailand that time. So again, thank you, Venzen. It helped me a lot with understanding the market. And on the other hand, I just invest with MDG Investment Group because they are mining They are running master nodes and they are trading at the same time. And the average of profit they make with running those master nodes and the mining and the trading it gives me enough return on investment to have a very nice life without having the stress of trading all the time. Because I want to stress about the thing we are good at. I'm good at talking. I'm good at speaking at conferences. I'm good at trying to include those people that need to be included. So I'm not a good as trader as Lisa or Venzen or many other people are. So sometimes you need to focus on your strength instead of your weaknesses. But then again, I still have this need for adrenaline. It's like a roller coaster ride. So I go into the screen, I open my BitNext account, and I see it, and I just get those. You get this like playing a football match. You get excitement. And
maybe
this excitement.
A movie script for you to read, Vince. That's Dede.
That's the excitement. What attracts me to trading. I just love it. If I make 20 euros, I jump up in the sky. I have this Wire X app. Where I play with this card. Sometimes I even awesome. And sometimes I even trade in Wire-X. I just buy Litecoin. Like, okay, I think it's going up today. And I make 200 euros, I earn back my, whatever, and I'm like, whoa, I'm happy. Yeah, but
bad Dede. Bad Dede. You're supposed to have a method, my friend, my brother. What? I just want to jump in here.
Come on, Vincent, you're his trader. You better leap back in there, buddy.
Naughty. Bang. What's happening, right, is you must remember, guys, and you and me and Lisa can confirm this for you, and you can go and check it out for yourself. Most people don't realize because they're just in the soup, swimming in the market soup. But as soon as you are looking at the chart, or you are psychologically invested in the chart, you become part of a collective consciousness. You don't know that you're part of it, but you are, and other people's thoughts are manifesting in your own brain. I'm not talking about psychopathy or any telekinesis. I'm just talking about consciousness, right? Because sometimes you have somebody phone you and you're like, I was just thinking about you 1 minute ago, right? This happens when you join the market chart as well. You become part of a collective consciousness, and when you look at it, you connect to it. You, in the cloud of the ether, you connected to it, and you start feeling what everyone is feeling. If the market is fizzy, right? If everyone's excited and they're going to buy into a bull trap, you're also going to buy into the bull trap if you don't follow a method. That's why I'm like spang, because you gotta have a method. And you got to know why you're doing what you're doing. It's got to be a technical reason, not an emotional or a feeling reason. Because this is how the Bitcoin chart is so volatile.
I'm gonna be rich.
I'm gonna be rich. This is the moon move starting right now. I happen to be right at the beginning of it. It's never true. It's never true. The best moves start off in frustration with a phoenix climbing out of the ash. It's always a mess when the big moves start. It's not clearly signaled. It's not plain as day. The average guy is not going to see it. And you too, me too. I'm not going to see the move when it starts. I'm going to get a technical confirmation and another technical confirmation. And in the group, I'm going to be like, guys, things are compounding, man. These confidence things are stacking up. Do you all think it's going up? Technically, it's going up. And people are like, no, there's one more move down to come. All of the internet and Twitter and YouTube and our good friend Tone Bass say, oh, guys, there's one more move down. Yeah. But it's already going up. The technical confirmations are stacking up. It's a game of probabilities and of confidence increasing and increasing until you say, I'm going to risk 5%. And
oh, we did so well with Vince's internet. Yeah.
I just wanted to cut him off because I'm not the guy who's 5%.
Right, yeah, talk about spanking me live on.
No. I just connected to the universe to disturb the signal because all in. No, don't go all in. Don't go all in. Don't go.
Go all in. Do you know what we call going all in my Discord? We call it going the full retard. You never go full retard.
Oh, sorry, I did. Sorry, I did, Lisa. Sorry. Maybe you should call it in your Discord. Go doing the Didi. No, this is exactly why I trade Venzen systems. I understand him and I believe him, but just to me, it also is this adrenaline kick. Sometimes it's a game, and just sometimes, people go to a casino, and I sometimes play with Wyrics, but mostly I follow Venzen's tactic, and I must be honest. I'm in the plus because of this system, and.
Hey, so on that note, talking about systems, just for people who are very new to trading, you mentioned Tone Vase a moment ago. I spent a year listening to Green Nines and his sequential system. Just give us a very basic sort of some thinking around the different methods that are out there and why you guys believe in Elliott waves as opposed to other systems you may have looked at.
Were you asking, Sean? Sorry, I just joined after dropping.
Lisa, obviously, because you use the same system. So if you both
can I quickly conclude what I was trying to say before, and then Lisa take over.
No, go.
Before Dede.
Okay. I was saying that the 5-minute chart, if you're going to trade the 5 or the 15-minute chart, that's going to keep you busy all day. You're going to be locked to the screen because a 15-minute chart trade is intensive. It's not a joke. It's quick profit. It's a quick entry that same day. Probably a few hours, you're going to stop out of that trade, and then you got to. What are you going to do? You're going to say, "Oh, I just made money. Now I'm ready to go for the next signal." That next signal is going to knock you out. You're going to lose on it. Then you're in the second one after that are probably going to be profitable again. This is just market psychology and the way the market plays games, right? There's a human element of self-sabotage built into the DNA of the market, into its psychological profile. Is self-sabotage constant. Okay, that's the 15-minute chart. Even if you go to the 1-month chart, which is going to give you real slow, steady signals, and Lisa knows what I'm talking about, slow, steady signals, your Elliott wave count is played out. Now you've got an MA crossover, and you're like, "Pooey, I'm on for it." It's happening in the 1-day chart, it's happening in the 1-week chart, it's happening in the 1-month chart. And you play that trade, it can still mess you around for several weeks because the 1 month unfolds so slowly. You're going to be stressing, sweating, everything until that signal becomes good. So that's why I always tell people, go for the medium. Don't trade the 15-minute chart only. Don't trade the long-term charts only. Come and look in the 1 day and the 4-hour chart for basic direction, because that's where the institutions and most traders who know what they're doing are going to be making decisions, right? So that's where your pump and dumps are going to be signaled. That's just my sort of nutshell of that.
You can have a separate naughty Dede account with a small amount of Bitcoin, Dede, for your adrenaline. The adrenaline account.
But that's what I said. I follow this Venzen system and it works for me. But that doesn't stop me from sometimes, playing games. Some people go to a casino. Some people spend money on drinks or food. I just spend some money or Bitcoin of my Wyrics account to play the market. And, for me, it's another adrenaline kick, nothing else. And
sure, it's not a crime. It's nothing to be hanged about, right?
No, yeah. The secure system I have is the cryptocurrency system on Venzen. But then again, you have to have fun as well a little bit sometimes,
Yeah. Sometimes, jumping on BitMEX and jumping on Wyrics and jumping on those exchanges is that adrenaline rush, and it's like that, that quick. But never trade more than you're willing to lose. It's
sometimes, I agree. Yeah. I will tell you this, but
you see, because the risk is.
The problem is
that when you make a decision initially based on adrenaline, it's not a rational decision. It's based on a feeling, right? And then if you're going to make a decision based on feeling, the next decision will also be a feeling decision. And the risk is that you're going to get involved in revenge trading, and that's where you lose money. That's where I've lost the most money in my life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But to get back to your statement, Lisa, you know, everybody in this market is always saying you must trade only with the money you're willing to lose, you know, or whatever you're willing to lose. But I think that's exactly the problem of the world. But we will do this in another episode. The thing what people are willing to lose. What are they afraid to lose? Are we so materialistic that we have to trade out of fear of to lose something that doesn't matter at all? So different discussion. But, you know.
Good point. I like it. Sean, organize it for us. Organize that discussion for us.
Yes, and still, I need to have an answer. I still want to have an answer of Lisa and Venzen. We are nearing a dead cross. What is it going to do? Are we going to die?
What time frame are you talking about, Dede? I'd like to look at it. Tell us.
The
1 day?
The 1 day chart, you can see in Bitcoin that we're nearing a dead cross like.
So 8 minutes and 56 seconds, Venzen, to tell us if we're going to die.
A quick rundown on that. I think it may just cross and it's going to go the other way and we're going to go up.
Like
so we're going
to
just cross and then we're going to go up and it's going to suck everyone in and they're all going to go short because, and then, you know, the shorts are going to go extreme and then the whales are going to kill all the shorts.
So the repetition, it's going to repeat 2013, 14, the fake out, dead cross, nearing, blah, blah.
The pattern's very similar to that point in time. So where we're at now, just before sort of we start, you know, to do that massive climb. So, and that's kind of what I'm seeing to that 50K range. And it's like, you know, we start getting mass adoption, we start getting the people coming and we, you know, the market's going to start moving in that direction.
Cool.
Can somebody help me out with a screen share? Because I'm looking at the 1 day chart. I can't see a death cross. Do we define death cross as a 50 MA crossing over the 200 MA to the downside?
Yeah, I saw it on Lisa's chart before.
Let's have a look.
To me, it looks like the death cross is like weeks away, if not months.
Yeah, no, I don't. That's if we, you know, if we even have it at that point. It's like, you know,
that's if it even crosses over, because if price goes to the upside now and approaches 9,000, like we both believe, Lisa, then we're above the 50 MA, or we're at the 50 MA in the 1 day chart.
I haven't got a 50 on mine. I've got 100. So I've got 100 and a 200 in here. And they're not even anywhere remotely close. You know, they're
Dede, that 50 that death cross is way off.
Way
in the future.
You know, we've got plenty of room to move down to 7,000. We've got plenty of room to move up to 9,000 in this point, and it's like there's no death cross happening at this point. So,
no, but you can see the curve going down of the.
But it'll curve and it'll go whichever way. So you know, at the moment we've got this one we've got the 200, and it's sort of, you know, we're underneath that at the moment on the daily, and that's acting as a strong resistance, and that's what rejected us today.
Yeah.
You know, we do have room to move down within. You know, we draw some supports here. We've got, you know, those.
Dede, I agree. Our female compatriot is correct.
Okay, cool.
I agree with her. I can't say anything else. She said it.
So we've got plenty of room to move.
All right. So we've got about 5 minutes left here, people. Thank you all for joining us. It's been a very educational. I'd love to do it again, Venzen. I know you're off to Bali next week, so maybe the following week. It'd be great to have you all back again. Lisa, I've just finished reading your movie script. It's absolutely fantastic. Can you bring us up to speed? I saw. Maybe Margot Robbie was in the running to
yes, she would be amazing.
Tell us a bit more about where it's all at. It's really awesome. I couldn't put it down.
So as you know, I met Mitch with you in Singapore. So
oh, yeah, thank you for describing me as Sean, 40s, graying. Mitch, 40s, what did you call him? Is arrogant and sexy or something like this. I'm like, oh, Lord God. So clearly that character's not based on me. I'm going to go get my hair dyed. My confidence.
People, that's hilarious. That's like, yeah, Mitch has put me in contact with some amazing people, and there's a producer, David Taylor, that has come on board, and he's set up some meetings next week, and awesome. I'm in LA as of Monday, so I'm there for CIS for the conference there, so I'm there Tuesday, Wednesday talking, and then the rest of my week is all film stuff and getting, you know, funding and everything set up for this film. And yeah, I'm getting some amazing feedback. Obviously, you know, it's a script and it's a work in process, and some little bits need to be tightened here and there. But yeah,
you got to write the Sean Connery lookalike Venzen into the script somehow.
Well, you know how it ends. It's like, let's do it again. So maybe there's a second one. It's like, yeah.
Very true.
Yeah, so it's left open.
Excellent. And so yeah, Ben's off to Bali, Lisa's off to LA. Dede, what's your next week got in store for you?
The next week still Spain, but I can give you a small what we are going to do from Spain. Spain back to the French coast, Italia, from Italy to Corsica, to Sardinia, to Sicilia, then to the boot of Italy, from the boot of Italy to Greece. From Greece, we are going to Israel, Egypt, and Lebanon.
Wow.
And from there, probably to Dubai, Dubai to Oman, Oman to Asia. And then this is so we first gather some more Bitcoins and attention in Europe before we go to the poorer parts of the world to share what we made over here. And then I'm looking very much forward to meeting you guys all in Asia, to meeting Venzen again, man. I'm going to Krabi. I will never pass by. And
that is going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to that as well. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm jumping in the editing suite here. I'm actually at our studios here at the moment. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. There's a variety of content there. We're putting a show together called The Real Cryptos. It's designed to help adoption. It's a bit of fun. It's educational. So that first episode will be out next week. Both Dede and Venzen are in it extensively. So, and Dede, I think I'm going to have to get on a plane and maybe follow you guys around with yes, and there'll be plenty of coverage of all the Bitcoins to my trolls. Thank you very much. I enjoy your comments, but at this point, the show is designed to be educational, and my attitude is I need to cover or Bitcoin in its different forms, or at least the main projects. They've all got merits. That's my position. That won't be changing in a hurry. It's up to everyone out there to make their own minds up, pure and simple. If you're if you are a cult member and just so damn into one thing, then I don't consider that particularly intelligent at this point. I consider
I don't.
It's just too early at this point.
So embrace it all. It's like it all has purpose. It all, all of it. Link, Litecoin, BSV, Bitcoin, all of it.
Yeah,
you're doing a great job, Sean, and you have less than a minute to talk. So I'm going to say
I'm going to run out of things now. So who wants to? Dede, do you want to give our closing comments?
No. I just thank you for the knowledge you shared with me again. Thank you for this beautiful chat. And you're doing a great job with Hard for Sean.
Thank you very much. And listen, you're all giving your time here for free. Massively appreciated. You're three of the best people in the space. So it's an absolute honor and pleasure to have you on our show. I really appreciate it massively.
So you're not paying me in Bitcoins? Shit.
Yeah. All right, Dede.
So awesome,
Bitcoins are on the way.
Love you guys. Love you.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys. Thanks very much.